1 in 5 students experience bullying in the academic school year. Hey everyone, I'm Mr. J, or Joseph, and I've seen how you guys have liked my last bullying video, the one where I talk about my experiences with bullies and everything. So I came to bring you guys another video, not about me though. This one's different. This one's just about generic bullies and the different kinds of bullying situations that there are. So the question is, we're going to ask some questions. Are schools protecting students to the best of their abilities? Do schools do enough to prevent bullying in the classroom setting? So we're going to see, are schools really doing the best to protect students to the best of their ability? And are they doing enough to prevent bullying? So that's what today's video is going to be about. Are schools actually doing enough? So, yes and no. Yes, they're doing what the school system tells them to do. Are they doing enough to prevent bullying? Well, no, they're not. They do what they have to do, the bare minimum, and that's it. They're only doing C- work when they could be doing A+. They're just doing enough to skid by and not get caught. So, is that really enough to protect children from aggressors, from the harm of these bullies? Is what they're doing enough? Schools do what they're told to keep funding rolling in. Now, I know I'm hating on schools right now, but basically to schools, each kid is a number. That's what we are. We're just numbers to the schools. That's why they rely so much on this state tests, which if the teacher scores high enough, they get raises and all these other things. So I've heard, at least. So every student is a number, though, because the more students a school has, the more funding the school gets. The more students of each minority there are, the more funding the school gets. The more disabled students there are, the more funding the school gets. Every student is a number to the school. So, yeah, you'd think that they'd want to be like, oh, well, I want to keep my money. I'm going to do the best to my ability to protect them. Well, no. The school's going to be like, I'm going to do the bare minimum and just skate by on C- work and hope I don't get caught. So, what made schools at least jump up to the bare minimum? Because before, they were really lacking. Back before 1999, which is where we're going to talk about now. Two things that happened in 1999 that changed the school system forever. Now, the first one, a lot of you older crowds will know. The Columbine High School shooting. Now, the Columbine High School shooting was two kids who had been bullied a lot, had taken extreme measures into their own hands. Now, these two kids had shot up the school, killing a few people and injuring, I believe, about 20 is what I read. So these kids had been bullied according to how they were, perceived. They were speculated as students who were being bullied. And since they were bullied, no one was doing anything, so they took these extreme measures into their own hands. Measures that they thought would stop their bullies. And, well, they took it to their own hands, and you guys, if you don't know what happens, go look it up. But basically, they killed a lot of people and then killed themselves in the end. So, another thing that happened after that was the Davis versus Monroe County Board of Education, or Davis v. Monroe County Board of Education, however you want to say it, the legal terms, which basically says schools are prone to student-to-student sexual harassment, meaning students are prone to sexually harass one another. I don't get that. But according to this Davis v. Monroe County Board of Education, that's what it says. But if schools took the right, proper methods and routes, we wouldn't have to see this sexual harassment and these students going up and shooting up the schools every other week on the news. If the schools took the right precautions, we wouldn't see these dangers happening in our school system. But no, the schools neglect these things and just want to try to YOLO their way through everything. But no, not up in this place. Not up in here. We don't allow that. No. We don't want these things to happen, so we want to stop these things. So what are some things that can stop these bullying and sexual harassment things from happening? Well, basically, whether it's for bullying or sexual harassment, you shouldn't be afraid to tell someone. If you're being bullied, I know this is stupid, schools want you to tell the teachers and everything, but obviously if you're a dang teacher and you see a kid's getting bullied, you do something. You don't just sit and watch and maybe I'll just watch little Timmy get beaten up by Bob, and whenever Billy or Tim, whoever it is, whether little Timmy wants to come and tell me or not, that's if little Timmy wants to. No, if you see something's happening, you go and help the person out. If little Timmy's being bullied by big ol' honcho Bob, you go, Bob, hey, leave little Timmy alone. Leave little Timmy alone. Let him relax, okay? Bob, go over there. Let me help out Billy. Go to the principal's office, okay, Bob? Okay? Go do that for us. So, next. Bullying, according to the Centers of Disease and Control Prevention, say that how can I word this? They describe bullying as intentional aggression. The bully has the intent to bully. I know that doesn't make any sense, but they have the intent to harm or mistreat someone who's below them in these aspects. Or another definition is power imbalance between the bully and the victim. And lastly, it's described as repetition of aggression. So we're going to number these off in little blocks, starting with, of course, intentional aggression. Now, intentional aggression can be physical, it can be verbal, it can be emotional, or even social. So it could be physical, punching and slapping and all that. It can be verbal or emotional, calling people stupid or fat or ugly, stuff like that. Or it could be social, on like social media, where you see a lot of cyberbullying. Now, the next one is power imbalance. When the aggressor is seen as inferior, more stronger than the victim. When the victim is weak and the aggressor is strong, they have this power. The bully has the power and the victim has none whatsoever. They're just there. They're the little sheep waiting to get attacked by the big old wolf. And if you didn't get that metaphor, the bully's the wolf and the sheep's the victim, the prey. So the next one is repetitive behavior. Repetitive. It's when the aggressor shows multiple signs of targeting victims or the same victim throughout a prolonged period of time. Okay? Now, we get to cyberbullying. Well, cyberbullying's different. Because, well, one, it only takes a post, a tweet, a private message, and more through electronics. You see, the things that we use, the thing that I'm using right now to record this video, to ruin someone's life, to drive them to very extreme measures, even to the point of suicide. Now, this can be very detrimental to the victim. Like I said, it can cause suicide. Now, there are civil rights cases, so yes, if bullying becomes so extreme, you can take it to a civil rights case. Now, in these cases, it's gender or sexuality, it can be race, color, national origin, or disability can factor into these civil rights cases. That being said, it can only be a civil rights case if it's a giant violation of if it's really severe, persuasive, or persistent. Otherwise, it cannot be a civil rights case. Now, then that interferes with students' ability. It also has to interfere with the student's ability to learn, school services, activities, and opportunities. When a student is bullied in a civil rights violation, the school must eliminate all hostile environments and its effects. So they have to remove the bully in some way, whether that's expulsion, suspension, even moving the bully to another school, or just having a meeting. Whatever it is, they have to get rid of the threat from the victim. So, the school must prevent further harassment from reoccurring. Now, I know, that's what it's supposed to be, but we all know what they do is they have the bully and the victim go into the same room with their parents and say, "Well, Bobby, did you bully little Timmy?" "Well, no, I didn't. I didn't bully little Timmy. Me and him were just horsing around, I only beat him to a bloody pulp, no biggie." "Well, is that true, little Timmy?" And little Timmy's over there crying to Mommy, "Mommy, I didn't want to come. I told them I didn't want to do this." And then Bob is just sitting there like, "Yeah, cower in fear. You know what's going to happen the second we get out of this meeting. I'm going to go and kick you sideways." Yeah, that does not help when the counselor brings the bully and the victim in the same room. No, that is not solving them. You handle the bully, okay? Different days, okay? Different days. Don't do it in the same day. We all know social media catches up fast and word gets around in school. You pull the bully in on Monday, and you bring in Bob on Monday, and you bring in Tim on Tuesday or Wednesday. Different days. Don't bring them in the same day, the same time. Don't do that. Different days. And clarify. You want to get both sides of the story now. Now, maybe Bob was really aggressive towards Timmy. In Timmy's eyes, Bob was being aggressive. In Bob's eyes, Timmy could have been straight up lying. Bob could have never hurt little Timmy. Bob could have just, nudge, nudge, shove, shove. But he didn't mean to hurt him. Now, Timmy could have seen it as, "Bob's bullying me, big old Bob." Yeah. So, just basically, bullying's bad. Let's not bully, guys. And school, the education system, the edumacation system, you all need to get your work and acts together. We're not all numbers, okay? I don't have numbers pointed on my forehead. This isn't prison where there's numbers, okay? There's no numbers at school. We shouldn't just be a number, a big old dollar sign in the eyeballs. No. You should care about us students, because when push comes to shove, we all know what happens when a student takes it into their own hands. We have suicides, we have mass shootings, we have kids being afraid to go to school. We shouldn't have shootings, for one. It should never get to that extent. We should not have bullies. That should not be allowed. And we should not have kids cowering in fear of going to school or the next school. Now, I see my little brother is disabled. He has a disability. Not like a bad disability, but he fears the next year. Even I fear for him because of his disability. That being said, I swear to God, any of you boys out there waiting for him, I'm gonna get you. Do not even try. Anyway, he's afraid. And I remember when I was in 5th grade, I was afraid of being in 6th grade. Because he's going to 6th grade. It'll be his first year in middle school. So, and that's, if you knew from my other bully video, that's when all my bullying started, was 6th grade. Now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. We're going to get to the quote of the day. And it says, "Write without fear, edit without mercy." By Unknown. So, I hope you guys liked this video. If so, please leave a big old thumbs up with the opposable monkey thumbs that we have. No tail, though. Wish I had one. Subscribe and ring that bell if you're new, because I post every single day. So, comment down below if you guys have any bullies or how your school system treats bullies, and if you've been bullied, if you've hit a civil rights act of any kind. So yeah, I'm Mr. J, if you guys don't know, or Joseph. I'm 17. I'm in high school. I'm a junior, upcoming senior. I'll be a senior in August. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I try my best to give you guys the best content I can. I mean, I am only in high school, but this is all from my perspective. Stay crazy, guys. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.